everyone. Welcome in our fourth lecture, second part of our second lesson, What We Must Learn from the West, written by Narayan Murthy. In previous lecture, we learned that he is talking about some flaws in our Indian value system, and he is also suggesting to update it, to replace it with Western value system so we can grow more. What he is further suggesting, let's see. The next point by him is accountability. Another attribute we must learn from the West is accountability, that you are held responsible for what you do, irrespective of your position. So in West, whatever you are, on whatever position you are responsible for any kind of actions, whatever you are done. In India, the more important you are, the less answerable you become. But in India, if you held some higher position, some important position, you are less answerable. For instance, a senior politician was declared that he forgot to file his tax returns for 10 consecutive years and got away with it. He gives the example that a politician could get away with the not paying his tax for 10 years just because he was a senior politician. And although there are over 100 laws-making public sector units belonging to the central government, I have not seen action taken against top managers for bad performance in any of these organizations. See, top organizations worked by top managers who held powers, who held the powerful people with him. That's why they can be free of any kind of actions done by them. This is very wrong attitude. According to him, we should change it. Next, the point he is pointing out, dignity of labor. Whereas this is an integral part of the West's value system, in India, we revere only supposedly intellectual work. In India, we have some favorite jobs. Even in India, when a child born, their parents decide that either they will become doctor or engineer or someone held the same position like that. So we have some interest in some higher positions, and the other job which is lesser than them, we have a very bad attitude toward them. For instance, I have seen many engineers fresh from college who only wanted to do cutting edge work and not work that is of relevance of business and the nation. Everyone wants to earn easy money. So the engineers, he gives example, only work to do edge work. They don't want to do hard work, yet they want to earn lots of money. For anything to be run successfully, everyone from the CEO to person who serves tea must discharge his or her duty in a responsible manner. So person who is on a higher level or the person who is working on a lower level should be treated on same level if they are working their duty responsibly and honestly. We therefore need a mindset that reverses everyone who puts in honest work, no matter what work it is. If a person who is peon or is a person who is manager, whoever does work honestly should be treated with respect. As Martin Luther King Jr. says, all labor that uplifts humanity has dignity and importance and should be undertaken with painstaking excellence. So any kind of work, any kind of labor he has done for humanity, for people in collectively, should get dignity and importance. He is talking about professionalism, which we have almost on zero level. What he says, in the West, People do not let personal relations interfere with their personal dealings. But we cannot do that, right? They do not hesitate to chastise a colleague for incompetence. Even he or she is a friend. In America or in a Western country, if somebody is not working well, they will not support him or her whether they are friend or not. They don't get their business with the relation together. In India, we tend to view even work interaction from a personal perspective. In India, people even do marriages for some kind of such a professional, some kind of such a relationship, to develop such a relationship for business mindedness. We are also the most thin in the society in the world. What he says that we have very thin skin means we get offended so much easily. We see insult where it meant. We say this sentence in Gujarati as લાગી આવવું. આપણે બહુ નાની નાની વાતોમાં બહુ લાગી આવે છે. We extend this lack of professionalism to our sense of punctuality. Punctuality, that word is not even any Indian dictionary, is it? We do not respect the other person's time. Indian standard time always runs late and deadlines are typically not met. If there is any function and we have to reach there 9 a.m., we definitely reach there at 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. because we know how Indian standard time works. Intellectual independence. From the time that children are very young, Western parents teach them to think for themselves. So what happens in Western world, that when a children grow up enough, they make them to live, to earn by them, they give enough freedom so they can take the decision for themselves. So the children grow up to be strong, confident adults. But in India, we suffer from feudal thinking. I have seen bright people who prefer to be told what to do by their bosses. But in India, even if we are 20-year-old, 25-year-old, 30-year-old, still our decisions are taken by our parents. Even in India, when children are of 20 age or 25-year age, they still get their money from their parents because sometimes they are still not capable to go out and do jobs. So this is very critical age to do that. But in Western, it is not the problem. So when they go to do jobs, they had to take the suggestion from their bosses, from the people higher authorities for their job. They cannot make their decision by themselves, individually, independently. We need to overcome this attitude if we are to succeed globally. We have to change it. We have to learn to handle things by ourselves from very young age. Next point is honoring contracts. The Western value system teaches respect for contractual obligation. In India, we consider it crucial to fulfill personal vows as with family or friendship. In Western value system, if you have done some contractual promises, you have to do it, not because it is forceful, but it becomes a responsibility of every single individual that they should do it because it is that in their value system. In India, we only fulfill the promises if it is done to our family or friends. However, we do not extend this to the public domain. But when it comes to publicly, we do not complete it. For instance, he gives example. I had recommended several students for national scholarship for higher study in American university. Most of them did not come back to India, even though contractually they were obliged to spend 5 years here after getting their degree. We have to change this attitude. He has suggested some student in American university and the contractual obligation was that they have to spend 5 years here, but they did not and they settled down there. So we have to change the attitude, otherwise we lose trust of people. We are all aware of our rights as citizens, but we often fail to acknowledge the duty that accompanies every right. We love to take our right, but we always forget our duties. We should keep in mind what former US President Dwight D. Eisenhower said, "A people that values its privileges above its principles soon loses both." If you value your privileges more, then you loses your principle and privileges both. So let us work towards a society where we would do unto others as we would have them do unto us. So if we want something that people should do for ourselves, we should do for themselves too, and make our country great. Here we are completing our lesson. Let's see next the question answers. So the first question is, what the writer has noticed about accountability in the Indian. He almost says that we have no accountability. In India, the more the person is important, the less he answerable. Describe Indian people's attitude toward labor or hard work. We do not like to work very hard. We have some criteria to do jobs. We only love to do higher jobs. We earn too more money, but we don't want to do hard work. So toward labor, our attitude is completely negative. According to Narayan Murthy, how much professional we are. We are very, very less professional according to him. We merge our relationship. We try to get more profit from our business by mingling our relationship in it. Plus we are less punctual, so we are very less in professionalism according Narayan Murthy. Note down the difference between the upbringing of Western and Indian children. In Western, parents let their children out in very younger age so they can learn the world. They can learn how to earn and make their decision for themselves. For India, they don't do that. They do feudal thinking. We have to depend on our parents for even in adult ages, and that harms us. So when we go out to do some job, we become dependent on others. How much we are good at keeping contractual promising. We try to fulfill our vows, our promising at the level of family and friend, but it comes in public domain, we don't do it. For this, Murthy gives example of him that he has suggested so many students in American university for the contract that they have to work in India for 5 years, but they didn't do it. A people that values its privileges above its principle soon loses both. Explain. So people who think about their profit more and chooses their profit before the principle, before the morals, at the end of the day, they loses moral and the profit both in it. So this was your question answer session, and here we are completing our second lesson. I hope you have understand it very well. In next lecture we will meet with third lesson.